Hey everyone. So I'm making this video because, my stance on Christianity has, it's changed. And, you know, uh, some people might see an older, video of mine and compare it to, my views, right now and be like, what are you talking about? Anyway, so to start with, I was born into a Christian family. The majority of my family are Christians. Maybe you get a few atheists, but that's what I had to grow up with. Every family reunion, you get someone praying to God and you know all the typical stuff that you see in Christianity. The only thing is that my family was never your typical you know oh, you can't swear because swearing is bad. Type of Christians. Like, no, I grew up with swearing all around me, so there's that. I guess people on my mom's side of the family didn't swear too much, but my dad's side of the family, it was a bunch of swearing and shit like that. My mom's side of the family is much closer to your typical Christian. But anyway, it wasn't until I was an adult, around 2020, where, I didn't, leave Christianity, but there was a point where my views on Christianity had to change, because that's when I seen the greatest story never told, and it became red-pilled. Because they're like, wait a minute, how can you worship, someone who is, inherently evil because of, what he worships, the religion he follows, and then you have people on our side saying, oh yeah, the Bible was mistranslated. He's not really one of them. We're all fed lies, and I just kept, going along with that, narrative. And, my parents started, especially my dad, he started really, going to church, more often, because that was the thing. Back in the day, we only went to church like every once in a while. We never went to church like every Sunday, like most, like a lot of Christians did. It was once in a while, event, and I remember going to one, seeing the Israeli flag, flying up, advertising free trips to Israel, and I'm like, I'm never fucking going to church ever again. My parents weren't too happy about that, but I'm like, nope, never again. I will never fucking go. Like, no matter how many times, they ask me, it's not fucking happening. That was before I even left Christianity when that happened. So then, cut to, after, my parents start going to church like every week, my dad's like, yeah, you should read the Bible, and I'm like, that Bible has been mistranslated, it's, filled with, lies, and my dad's like, well, you can't read the original language, if that helps, to say, help them make the English version seem better, but that actually makes it fucking worse, because that was the moment that it hit me, like what my dad said. I can't read the original language of the Bible. And I doubt most anyone around, can. So, I'm just, based on what other people, are telling me about the Bible. It may be friends or whatever, but yeah, that's just, that's the only thing that has kept me, Christian, was that hope that the Bible was just mistranslated. But now I'm thinking, how the fuck do I know? How do I know if it's mistranslated or not? I can't read the original language, and the language that the Bible's in that I can read is the most cucked bullshit ever. Like, my dad was trying to give a quote from the Bible, and my dad's well aware of the tiny hat problem. But he treats it like it's a problem with the religion itself, not the people inside it. So he read like a passage from the Bible, like saying that there is no difference between people from Tiny Hat and Gentile. And I've heard that one before, by the way. Like, it wasn't my first time hearing it, because my dad seriously underestimated how often, or like how much that I did read of the Bible. But anyway, hearing him say it, it's like, no, that actually makes it worse. The Bible sounds way more cucked now. So that's why I don't believe in it anymore. I am, done, with, being a Christian. I can't fucking do it anymore. It's way too cucked. It is the most cucked religion of all time. It's the only religion that I can think of where you worship somebody else's god. Not yours, somebody else's. On top of that, you also worship, one of the tiny hats, which is infinitely worse. That's... Oh, wait, there's also one more thing that, I want to talk about, is that, I heard that Trump was, or somebody in the government was thinking about passing a law that would bring the Bible into schools. And now that I'm on the outside, I think that's a terrible fucking idea. Like, just imagine... Oh, okay, so, for any Christians watching this, just imagine that you are a Christian, and they pass a law saying that you have to learn about Islam, like the Muslim religion. Like, how would you feel? How would you feel about it if someone, like, if the state forced their religion onto your child as a part of their education? Not too fucking good. So, I don't think that, schools should teach, kids about Christianity. Because because it's a fucking joke. Like, you can't just, force your religion down, someone else's kid's throat. That's not fucking right. If you're wondering, like, or if you're thinking of, like, a full-on atheist, that's not true. Like, I'm not really, like, atheist. I don't deny that there can be a God out there somewhere, but God didn't write no fucking book, alright? If God is real, then, he just didn't write any books. That's man-made. That's human shit. Like, God doesn't write things down for us. If it does exist. If there's only one God, anyway. And back in the day, people believed in many gods. Maybe there are many gods. Who the fuck knows? Anyway. Okay, now that's all I have to talk about. See ya.